and it was our annual function day. I was all decked up in chanya choli for a dance with this kind of a glass on my head. And we started dancing. It all went on well till the time I was just about to go to the exit and a big thud. I gently picked it up, smiled, and moved towards the exit gate where I was received with a big thud on my face from my maths teacher. That day, my friends, I lost my balance. Not just my physical balance, but also balance of my thoughts. I could never ever have the same balanced attitude for my maths teacher. I could never gain anything. I could not focus in maths where all my peers were going to the top because of maths. I toppled down because of maths. Because of that day, till now, I still fear numbers. It is only later in my life that I realized that not just there in numbers or just your balancing things, but you require balance in everything day-to-day life. Isn't it? You require balance in your thoughts. So many thoughts come up to us. It is up to us whether we streamline them into positivity or into negativity. The immense pressure of JEE can also prepare the student to face hardships in life, or it can also push him down into depression. Create your own balance, because rightly said by Kingsford, balance is not something which you find, but something which you create. So create your own balance. Balance your relationships. Sometimes you need to speak up to make your relationship strong, and sometimes you need to shut up so that you can strengthen them and seal them forever. So know how to balance the relationships. Create your own balance. Balance is also about attitude, isn't it? Our own attitude towards dealing with things day in, day out. What will happen if you have a wrong attitude? You will lead to wrong decisions. A right attitude will help you in maintaining right things. Whether you talk about your health, whether you talk about your work-life balance, whether you talk about dealing with problems, whether you talk about your social life, anything and everything, with right attitude, with a balanced attitude all the time, you can nail a lot of things in your life. So, create your own balance. Balance your emotions. A person like me who's always high up on my emotion, I know it is so difficult to manage and balance your emotions. But let me give you a tip here. The best way to balance your emotion is first to accept it. Because we generally keep fighting our emotions that no, I don't have to feel like this. But once we accept, we are at ease and peace within ourselves. And that is how, when we can actually balance our emotions and move them into a positive way. So, create your own balance. Balance your expectations. Dear friends, less is more when it comes to expectations. Just imagine the Vice President Education of our club, keep expecting that all the members should attend all the meetings, should take up the roles every meeting, should come up for the speeches and never be late. Do you think it's possible?
No.
No. So have realistic expectations and balance your own expectations. So my dear friends, create your own
Expectations.
balance. Balance your habits, because your habits will soon define your character. And your character will be difficult to change over a period of time.
Correct.
So it's important to create
Balance.
your own balance. But do you think it's so easy? No. Let me give you an example of my friend Piyush Ajmera. Before 17 years, he fell. He met with an accident in a swimming pool, damaging his spinal cord. And he's still on wheelchair. But he has managed and balanced all his emotions. He balanced his thoughts by channelizing into positivity. He balanced his attitude by not just by staying positive, by working hard, but also by creating an organization, READ, which has more than 30 members with spinal cord injury, and he keeps inspiring them. He's managing his emotions, his expectations, and his relationships day in, day out. And it's not a default. The real thing is, you will fall. Even after all these gyan, even after knowing that we need to balance. But remember, dear friends, when you fall, there will be cracks in your spirit. But it is from these cracks that light will enter, and you will be able to create your own balance.
High goals are linked to high expectations. So how can we have that balance? So a person, for example, a student going for a GE would aspire to top it. So where is the balance comes up?
So the balance, it is always, we need to have expectations, but as I said, it is important to have realistic expectations. So first we need to know where we stand, and we also know that how much we can stretch ourselves and what is our upper limit. So for me, expecting reaching the upper limit according to me, not according, so if I feel that I want to be here, I can't be like KP there, but I need to hit my ceiling. So having realistic expectation is really important. Yes, Vipin.
Yes, I wanted to ask you, you are the creator of Vranda Arts. So there you teach children, you guide them, you are a mentor, okay? So facilitating them. So here balancing the thoughts, like when you are guiding your own child, and now here you are guiding some other children, means they are also children to you. So how you balance your thoughts while guiding?
Absolutely, it is such a valid question. Because it used to happen with me that, my son used to tell me, Mama, you have all the patience in the world when you're teaching to your students, and when it comes to me, you lose all the patience. So he taught me that I have to balance again. That is what evaluation is all about. And as Toastmasters, we know the importance of evaluation. So keep evaluating yourself, that whether you have lost the balance, because the key to have balance in life is to know when you have lost it. So if you know that you have lost the balance, try again. So keep evaluating. That is what I did, and I still do. Thank you. Yes, Toastmaster Rahul.
So in this world of social media, when you keep scrolling, there are so many items coming in. But when you're not on phone, still the thoughts, because we have read or seen a lot of topics, it keeps on coming. Even when you're in meeting, something else would keep popping up, because that's how they have trained our mind, right, to expect something new every second or every minute. So how do you then balance your thoughts in such a way that you are right here, at that point in time?
The same thing used to happen with me, still happens with me, even at night when I get up, even for the washroom, I suddenly, it is like, oh, tomorrow I have to do this, this has to be done. And the planning starts and I'm like, shh. But I've realized that when we fight with our thoughts, it does not help. So let the thoughts come in and pass. So when we don't accept that these are not our thoughts and we just don't want it, it will keep popping up more and more. So as it comes, okay, let me handle this, or it's okay if it has come, and think of something else, or maybe especially at night or at times when you don't want any other disturbance, you can have some meditative sounds to keep yourself calm down. So that helps for me. Yes.
Any suggestions about personal and professional life's balance?
Personal and professional life balance, yes. So how we can balance our attitude for that? For example, when it was COVID times, I was over enthusiastically when I started online sessions. I have students from across the globe and I wanted to make the most of it. And so I started working for 6 hours online, and then I did not want to give up on my home front as well. And so it was working 24/7, which resulted in lots and lots of health problems. And I realized it was time to stop immediately. So work-life balance can be done just by continuous evaluation. That are you happy? Because we can work for more than 24 hours also to be in good books of our boss, which you might never be in, or to give your best into your foundation, things which you are doing. But you need to have a balance so that you don't need to work only today, or it's not just a day thing. You want to continue this for a longer period of time. So you need to do this so that you're not burnout. At the same time, you have support of your family and you're happy at your workspace as well. Yes.
Can you suggest any active or passive way to inculcate the sense of balance per se in a person who feels he is not able to balance his emotions or relationships or attitudes or whatever?
Sure. So in this, what we need to do is we all used to make those charts. So let's go back to that old school method and write down, one day write down all these in your diary or on your whiteboard, wherever you wish to, and give marks to yourself. How do you feel your attitude is? Are you happy about it? Your real friends, does they have any suggestions for you? Yes or no? How you can make it better, or how you can stick to that. So same way in our relationships, we are our own judge, yes? The other person may say, no, you did very good. But you can actually see yourself clearly if you wish to. And that's how first it is important to know where we stand, what are the things which is making us lose on our relationships, maybe our expectations is too high, or maybe we have set it too low because that is why I'm achieving all the goals. So first it's important that we ourselves evaluate ourselves, and then we form the process that, okay, if this is the thing, how we need to move ahead by taking again small steps, one thing at a time. So always when you need to correct something, take only 5 things, maximum I'm talking about, 5 things at a time. It could be anything. For someone, it could be also keeping shoes at its place. For someone, it could also be making a call to their parents on a regular basis. For someone, it could also be tidying up. For someone, it could be reaching bang on time. So take only 5 things maximum. First, once you're through with that, then take another set of 5 things. And that is how we can do it. I think that's all. Yes,
So basically, this is related to workplace. Whenever your boss would have an unrealistic expectation from you, and at the time of appraisal, you would have a realistic expectation that this much hike would be announced, but that doesn't happen. So at that moment of time, how do you balance the emotions? Because it's a very sensitive time, right? Whenever your hike is announced, so you would be full of emotions. So how do you react, and how do you keep your self calm down when it's not according to you?
So as humans, we will have that emotion. So first accept that emotion, but don't react, but react. So instead of reacting, just react that have you done your best? You have done. If you have done your best, the ball is in your boss's court, and you can't do anything about it. So of course, everything what happens with us is not fair most of the time. But when we know we did our best, we need to leave the rest, because even Lord Krishna said, "Karm kiye ja, phal ki chinta mat kar," which is very difficult. We all look forward to the rewards, but that is what we can keep reminding ourselves that we delivered our best. That was in our hands. Things which are not in your hands, which you cannot control, there's no point getting bothered again and again by the same thing. Any questions by the guests? I would like to ask any guest if you have any questions. Yes, Toastmaster.
Should we always keep our expectations low?
No.
That depends. Do you want to stay happy all the time?
Then expectations low.
Then keep your expectations low. If not low, then realistic. So keeping your expectations realistic really helps, because you know whether it is achievable or not. So things which are achievable, we strive hard, and if it is not achieved, then we can find the loopholes. That what were the points. But if we keep the expectations really high, then as the VP Education is expecting all of us to taking up roles, but if we keep expecting to all of us, all the mentors delivering speeches week after week after week, the expectations are high, it will not be fulfilled. Yes.
No, it was excellent, thought-provoking speech. One area I think we are very much vulnerable is anger management, and it's home. It mainly happen at home, family, and you realize that after it happened, then you realize really that it should not have been done, and it happened again. So how do you suggest to manage the anger?
Yes, so again that comes in balancing our attitude. Because attitude is something, when anything happens, attitude is our reaction to that, how we deal with it. So even if something has happened, we get angry. So what I do is, what works for me is, when I'm angry, I don't speak. Because I know I'll be speaking bad. First, take a deep breath. Count 1 to 10, take 10 deep breaths, and your anger will come from point 10 to point 6.
Doesn't happen.
It will happen if you take deep breaths. It will not happen. Take deep breaths. So at least whatever comes out from your mouth, because once the arrow is shot, you can't take it back. So once you've spilled your words, you can't take it back. So what I do is, I don't speak at that time. It's not that I'm happy if I'm not speaking, but I refrain from speaking, because I know that after some time, if I will speak immediately, I will react. But if I will speak little later, I will react, I will think. So I will speak in a manner that how the problem can be solved, how I can address the problem, rather than just reacting to the problem. So that will help, because anger is one alphabet short of danger. And you all must have experienced that whenever we are angry at someone, we feel the fire ourselves, we are damaging ourselves. So I think sometimes even reading, reminding ourselves of that again and again will help over a longer period of time. Yes, we can have a last question.
Many students are suiciding nowadays. So, and this is because high expectations from parents, and students are not able to cope up with that. So what students do and what parents can do about it?
Yes, so you need to have a balance in the relationship. Be very transparent with either your parents if you can. If they can understand you, I'm sure if you try, they will. or with someone in your life whom you can call in at any time of the day and share your thoughts. Because it is important. The way you said my son had appeared for JEE, and I know the immense stress which goes where your coaching institute people are saying if you can't clear IIT, you should just go out, make dosa, don't waste your parents' money. Don't talk about going into any other institution. But I had seen cracks in him. But if there are cracks, the light will enter. It is only you need to channelize those emotions. As a student, they need to channelize those emotions into positive way with the support of the family. So having strong relationships will really help. The bond, so that the child can share anything and everything, the feelings. And we don't have to say that, no, don't feel it like this. Yes, you are feeling like this. In this feeling, we are together. And together, we will solve. We will try our best and then leave the rest. Thank you everyone for participating wholeheartedly. And if you have any further doubts, I am always reachable through a WhatsApp. Thank you, and over to Toastmaster of the day.